Hi everybody. Let's tap in. All right. Ouroboros. Ancient symbol depicting a snake or a dragon eating its own tail. The Ouroboros entered Western tradition via ancient Egyptian iconography and the Greek magical tradition as an emblem of wholeness or infinity. It's more than that. The eternal circle of life, death, rebirth. We're not going to go there. I feel like that's a little... But it is completion. Definitely completion. It came to me as I was thinking about the type of snake that we experienced this year. Yes, all snakes shed. Check. We also spoke at a different point in the year of, constricting or poisonous. And what kind of snake would show up in your life, what type of snake you would present. And it's so funny because on the Chinese wheel, right, the snake and the dragon are next to each other. And so they're considered friendly signs. Friendly signs to each other in traditional Chinese astrology. And so I do kind of like the fact that there's a take your pick in the imagery. A lot of times people have very interesting notions about what they perceive a dragon to look like. The Asian version, they fly, but it's more of a mystical sort of flying. It's not wings like it is in European depictions of dragons. It's a little different. Asian dragons have small feet. They run, you know what I mean? Like, remember, biblical depiction says it was cursed to move about on its belly. So both things can be true. Splitting one form from the other. Anyway, appendages you may or may not need. Ain't my business. Same time. Okay. It appears as we wrap up this year, right, that the bigger predator, the stronger predator, is like, now that the shedding is done, you're seeing consumption, right? The takeover, if you will. Absorption. I mean that. It's very... Look. Swords. And there's the magician. Right. Be aware of that. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. Completion, fulfillment. I like it. Rebirth. Ace of Pentacles. Spiritual rebirth. Six of Swords. Hangman. All right. Beautiful. Ooh. It's all right. So you see the Ten of Cups, Knight of Cups, Eight of Cups, King of Cups, right? Look at all the cups. Look at all the work, emotions. Look at all the water, and then the stars on the bottom of the deck. Wow. And then the Nine of Cups. Wow. Whatever your motivation is for setting off, right? You're going to be so grateful you did. Hmm. It's so funny, right? It's like leaving home is what this feels like. Because you have the Ten of Cups, right? That's family, that's hearth, that's love. You know, that's the contentment of life, right? And the Knight, it's like the way he's holding that cup up, it's like farewell. It's very much giving that. And then you have the Eight of Cups, right? Like you're leaving home. Because it feels a little too comfortable for some. It's the pig and the silk hat. Like it might be comfortable, but it may not be right for you. And it's like you just have this pull that's leading you towards your happiness, towards your wish fulfillment, to actual greater emotional depth. It feels like for all the trappings of the Ten of Cups here, it's almost a barrier. It's not as protective as you might think. It's very much giving Rapunzel. But instead of, waiting on a prince, although there's a knight, not a prince, right? There's a king, but not a, you understand? She self-rescued. I don't know if that's what happened. It's funny. Because it's like, even though it's the Ten of Cups, like this is wild how they're pulling this focus. The cups are up here. There's no water here, right? It's a path, but it's supposed to be the Ten of Cups, right? But there's no water. The knight's right there. And he's on a horse, but at least the path that they're on, there is actual water. They crave emotional depth that they're not getting where they are. Whether this is family, people that you've dated, things of that nature. Yes, you could be happy. Yes, you could be content, but it's not serving, it's not giving what you know you need to feel. All of these cups, this is about feelings. Y'all funny. Giving him something he can feel. Right. And they don't want that. Whatever. Or you don't want that. Like somebody says they can. Like words are cheap. Actions, right? Because the horses, the knights, are about action. But we are shifting into the energy of the year of the horse, right? And so we've completed the isolation, the growth, the friction, the expansion, the shedding of the old, making space for the new. That's happened. it's amazing because whomever these folks are that you have walked away from, they're like chef's kiss. I promise you. You're going to get some sort of proof or evidence about some sort of online BS that is going to confirm that the best thing you did was move away. Look, love on the brain again. That's it is, but it's not superficial. This over here is depth. The King of Cups got all the feels, and he's in the upright, right? Love on the brain, right? And then look, you got family issues. See, look, how y'all? It's just so dry everywhere. You somebody, yeah, like What a shame. Because you want more, right? Than like just passion and romance. Like you want depth. You want someone who appreciates what they have in you in real time. I know that's right. You want healthy opposed to dysfunctional. Your family wants you to take, the path they took. And you're like, no, I'm okay. And because of that, you receive a lot of pushback, a lot of backlash from people. Again, there's this cyber bullying thing. I keep seeing it. It's online. It's online. They talking so much crap. It's not even funny. Like it could look. It really could amount to legal issues. Like I said, you're gonna get proof. Okay, man. Right, because you rejected the way of the ego, where things look a certain way. Because I'm like, yeah, outside it look great, but there's no. You want to pave your own way, also. Look, like I said, you're not online. You're not. You blocked. You're done. Da da da. Or even if you're not like completely removed, people have put you on their block list, so you can't catch one of them talking smack. Right. Listen, keep chasing what it is that you want. Not in like, you know what I mean, pursue your happiness. Because 8 to the king, that's still 9 cups right there, right? I'm hearing you can go your own way. And they're very upset because you're not talking to them. They're that's the part they're the most angry about. That you have cut them off. Like you genuinely have cut them off. And now they're obsessed with bad habits and divination abuser and looking you up. Look, they become spiritual haters because like they think you're faking with fake smiles, but you're not. Like quiet as it's kept, you're being a really good role model. And it's like you're setting a good example. But instead of like following your footsteps, pursuing your own path, your own individual, whatever, there's this arguing and like competing energy. It's weird because you don't want to gamble your life away dealing with low vibrational energies, taking dirty offers. Ew. Right. Running. You have every reason to run away from whomever, whatever this is. These people, these spiritual haters, I heard drying me out. They was drying you out. That's wow. For some of you, you have a twin sister or brother, and that's just what it is. Or you're, ew. And somebody ran behind you towards somebody you left behind, not realizing why you left because this person in your eyes was some sort of pig and silk hat. And so let's just say you escaped tragedy and got away from a person before They were, see, look, unbothered, dodging bullets, okay? Mm. Whomever this person is, you could have talked, I mean, you could have spoke the truth about someone. You really, really, really could. You could have spoke the truth, but you let it go. You was like, you know what? Whatever. You could have really put somebody out there, but you didn't. You didn't. Look, unbothered, moving on, thank you, next, and then low IQ, uninterested. Just because you played, I'm not even saying played dumb, but again, you could have said so much more. Not to mention whoever this person is that somebody went running behind you. Ew, ew, they will always want you, but this person's sick, okay? In more ways than one. Anyway. Ew. Anyway. Like whoever this person, they were really deluding themselves, head in the clouds, like rejected, like whatever that person told them pertaining to you, collective, and why you walked away, you don't want to deal with them, all bullshit and lies. Okay, it was the complete opposite narrative, right? Again, there's proof, guys. There's proof. There's proof. There's proof. Clout hungry, bankrupt. I mean, just talking mad shit. And maybe this person has a bad habit with played out showing up of doing this, right? Smile in your face, whole time, want to take your place. Got some backstabbers. Like, this person ain't, and they ain't going nowhere, and they're stuck with incarcerated. You know what I mean? Like, very unstable energy. Like, you've been stopped dealing with them. Ew. Mm. Weirdo energy. Oh, I must be moving up in the ranks. Every time one of you trolls show up, that's all that means. Thank you for the time. Thank you for the notice. I appreciate that. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And here's the thing I want you to keep in mind. The choices that you've made to walk away from any emotional baggage. I mean, that could be family, friends, community. That could be um, dating situations, spouses, like whatever your choices was in the Eight of Cups, where you're like, you know what? I need to show myself love. I need to pour into myself. I need to spend more time reflecting with my emotions, sitting with my emotions, understanding what is mine out opposed to, what is everybody else's. It's like, man, good job. And they have nothing to go off of, by the way, because you're not posting anything. And that, I'm telling you, the weirdest things bother these people, trigger these people, because you don't feed them in their ego. Ooh. Sidebar. There's a thief that's going to jail. And maybe they cronies, right? For, they might have been paid to spread some vicious rumors and gossip, right, about you. Um, yeah. And if they stole things from you, like your content, they're going to have to pay back those funds because it's not them. They were impersonating with fake flexing. Look, Creativity Muncher and Mary, like I said. Oh, yeah. There's your impersonator. Right. This person they're not. It's actually a guy pretending to be you and clone your stuff. It's a guy. It is a whole dude, okay? This person has been, it feels like, reporting your content, trying to get you taken down. Like, they're trying, it's all a lie, though. It's a dude in the background pretending to be a female. There's proof of all of this coming toward you. The other day I was getting the answers you seek are coming. I was definitely getting that. Same old, right? And so again, we're keep running in the direction of your happiness, okay? Chase that shit with curiosity. Oh, yes. Do your protection prayers, as always, guys. Because I just saw some stuff trying to come towards you and, you know, suckle on your light. It should feel good. Give yourselves permission to enjoy the moment, okay? Because, like, I'm getting the image of the King of Cups again and how he had the cards in his hand. It's like strategizing and things like that. Give yourself a moment to enjoy, okay? Thank you, Holy Spirit. All right. Completion of the week, completion of the year. Yay, yay, yay. Okay. So, be on the lookout for miracles. They come your way. They said, sign, seal, deliver, I'm yours. Yeah, baby. All right. All right. What does this collective have to look forward to this weekend? Thank you, Holy Spirit. I feel like you should pay attention to your finances for some, but also like some good investment opportunities could find their way to you, and you should, you know, do your research, of course, but you should definitely go for it. You know, again, these are general collective messages, okay? The Knight is bringing in the Ten of Cups for some of you, okay? Oh, something about travel. You could be long overdue. This was like R&R. Some of you could go do something. This could be some very quick communication, like spontaneous invite. Yeah, it's spontaneous to you, but somebody really been mulling this over. They've been going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. You know, I feel like somebody's out of reasons, excuses. Interesting. I don't feel like you're gonna see this coming, even though we talking about it. King of Swords. Okay, so what is unclear right now? Right, Seven of Cups. Right, there's some sort of mystery. Like, I was feeling it. It felt foggy and cloudy and interesting. Yeah, something's definitely missing. What? This could be a message from the other side for some of you. Especially for people who've been looking for some sort of sign. I don't know if you've been asking questions of your ancestors. I am kind of getting some form of urgency here. Maybe you're disregarding the way in which they're trying to communicate with you. Huh. Okay. Give me one card of clarity for here. You might think you broke, but you're not. Interesting. Listen. Head in the clouds and then blocked, right? So maybe the path that you're trying to go down isn't necessarily the right path to achieve what it is you want to achieve. That could be one of the things that your ancestors are trying to communicate with you. It's like, yes, you do have an ability, yes, or talent, or whatever this is. Yes, you truly have something of value. But I'm very much getting like, this is something that you do in motion. Two of Wands, Two of Pentacles. The location could be wrong. Right, look. There's a reason why there's a lack of traction with something. With uninterested, same shit, different day. Interesting. I'm getting strongly that whoever I'm talking to, you do better person to person, face to face type energy. Maybe you're not easily translatable virtually, online, social media, okay? Because one, look, we do have spiritual hater, right? And then we have idol. Like in real time, I feel like you're great. There's so many weirdos I'm getting spiritual community, guys. I really am. Right? All this plays a part, right? With chemistry, NCU player. I really feel strongly that people would appreciate you more organically. And listen, I get it. There's so many weirdos in this world, right? You don't want to necessarily put yourself out there. And I'm pot kettle. How you doing? Right. And so I don't think you have interest in all of that. But it's almost like being able to put a face to the voice, to the content, etc., etc., etc. Good Lord, man. Right. Tempest, be still. Okay. There's something here within that I feel like you need to nurture. Hmm. I also feel like somebody's been right. Something you're ignoring. What? I said what? And they saying all work and no fun has made you maybe a little uptight. Oh, I get it. Some of you are like, nope, I'm waiting. I just saw the waiting card. You're not interested in anything that could lead left, right. You want to stay center. I get it. You don't want any imbalances. I feel like you finally cleared everything away, all the excess energies. You're much more concerned about what you're consuming in terms of energy in every which way, shape, and form. You know, who you break bread with, who you allow in your temple, who you spend time with, all of those things. Like you're like the tangibles, the pinnacle energy, you're like, mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Right. You're waiting. You're not interested in anybody acting, the fake flexing, right? And so you're more focused on what it is you're trying to accomplish. Mm. But I will say, you got needs, okay? And I'm not advocating to tell grown folks what you need to do. I'm just telling you what the cards say. All right. Ew. I also see here where somebody just making shit up and they mind, right? Somebody's pocket watching you a little too closely. They really are, by the way. And somebody is trying to like see what you're doing online. Like they think you doing something strange for a little piece of change. I also see that there. And you look, please, Queen Rising immediately. Whoever this person is tripping on you because they got a big ego, they're confused why you don't want them. That's all that is. You don't, and they haven't found anything. They have not found anything because nothing exists besides some cockamamie bullshit that this person will like create. People always trying to besmirch somebody's character, y'all. They gonna come towards you. They will. They can't stay away because they can't believe you rejected them. Look, 4 cups, 4 pentacles. Look, death, 7 of swords. Why would you want any parts of this person? Their energy is like nasty. People be surface, and again, this is not about surface. People are beyond the surface energy. They crave, and look at this shit. Look, 4, 4, and 4. Death breaks down to a 4. This somebody who's like a prolific liar, cheater, swindler. You know what I mean? Con. Uh, you know. Why would you want any parts? Right? It's because you rejected this person. Look, when ghosts, 6 of swords. You been there, done that. You know the type, right? Oh yeah, you know the type. You don't spend too much time and energy healing the self, knowing the self, all these things. You recognize the wounded, the broken in people, and so you make better choices. Look, you've ascended, you've healed, and you have no problem releasing what needs to be released. But I will say, in this new climate, right? Let's refocus on Ouroboros. Releasing. It's like accessories, right? It might add too, but you know, there could be benefit, but is it necessary? No. I really feel like someone has also healed the energy of scarcity. The Two of Pentacles gives budgeting, balancing, juggling, but budgeting. Look, double sevens. It's funny because you really do understand the game. And so when people come towards you, if you will, projecting upon you, if you will, trying to make the game much more difficult, or as you can see here with the cards scattered everywhere, make you, have to pick everything up and start all over, and just little silly things. So it forces you to not only stand up for yourself, but to an effort. No, not an effort. Like, feel stable where you are no matter what your circumstances are. You know how they say home is where the heart is? Well, it's more than that. It's like foundational, fundamental. There's something they're trying to show me between these two chairs. Like, right, because there's the square, there's the circle. All like geometric shapes start from square. And so you can build upon that, create upon that, move with that, transition. A circle creates what? A wheel, which allows you to do what? Create momentum. It's very much giving creating something out of nothing. Because if you start, think about in masonry techniques, you start with a rough piece of stone, right? And slowly you chisel, you chisel, you chisel, and over time you can smooth out. You start to see another shape take form, right? It's pretty cool because I'm getting heavy initiatory activities. That chariot is like with the star right here, like both sides, right? It's giving parallel life, like being educated on two fronts. They're turning the hedgehog into a ball, right? Because they ball up. And so again, it's this alchemical thing. It's transmutation, which is very much what Ouroboros is about as well. The infinite. I love it because the symbology is there. Someone needs to look more into sacred geometry. I'm getting that too. Like really, you have superficial knowledge on this. Whoever I'm talking to, like me too. Like I'm always learning. There's always more to know, but there's more that's needed. It's being brought out. Maybe even those you know how you find those geometric stones? Maybe, you know, they could be composite, they could be actual carved stones, but get some. Don't spend a bunch of money, please. Don't do that. It's not worth it. But they have the little ones like hexagram, pentagram, triangle, square, um, the six-pointed star. Like it's a set of them of sacred geometric symbols and things like that. Yeah, work with them. Yeah, definitely. I feel like for some of you, you are Spirit's prize pupil. Because here's the thing about the Knight of Pentacles, right? We always hear it in tarot. The Knight pulls the other nine pentacles with them, right? Here we have the Knight to the Eight, right? This was a lot of hard work and dedication. Whew. You have earned your spiritual armor. Let me say that. Mm. Look at the difference from where you started with the Knight. It's got a little baking pan wrapped around them, some makeshift knee pads, and just a helmet made out of something or another. It looks like an upside down tea kettle or a pot. And now look, you know, now you got a full suit of armor on, proper, custom. Here's what I'm getting also. You will make a great deal of money. Whatever, look, there's a star, there's a hermit, right? On this spiritual journey. And I know for a while you've been more than tired of the drama, if you will. But the drama that's been created in your life, let me just tell you this. You were being guided by the hand of the divine. And so, whatever trials and tribulations you went through, they were ordained. They were started by the big man himself, preparing you for the work you will really be doing. And so, it's going to make a lot of things look like child's play. While so many people who embark on these paths do it strictly to make money, that is not your path. That is not your purpose. And those people will be judged harshly, and all like them. So you had to be separated from Jump Street. You had to release the accessories. It was you, hermit, by yourself from the beginning. That's just what it was. And anybody who was doing this sort of work, whatever it is you're pursuing, and they were doing it strictly as a hustle, as a gimmick, without any conveyance to universal law and that authority, and all those like them, they will receive their due. And it's sad because even the energy of what supports them, right? Low IQ, and then there's bankrupt. It's just a matter of time. Yeah. Because all the spirits that they entertained, all the demonic energies, yeah, your light irritates their demons, all the demonic energies that they've opened themselves up to, they're going to want they lick back. Do you understand? That's a debt. What the universe gives, right? It's not asking for it back. It's the what you put out is what you receive. Energy is infinite. But just think about the process of how soil is created in the loop, how all things on this planet break down, compost, are returned to its most organic state. As above, so below, so within, so without. And so for you, collective, it was much more important, according to the divine, that you got it right the first time. So it take however long it take, but it must be done correctly. You did choose the hardest path, my love, like you did. And that's okay because it has the biggest rewards. But these rewards don't come from a superficial place. You are the divine fool, drama starter. How Carter, what's the name of her album, her new one? Did she ask the question, am I the drama? Mm-hmm. You're going to have the ear of some pretty interesting folks through the course of your life. You will. And you must learn and know how to act accordingly. How to be the jester, how to be the fool amongst those who believe themselves so smart. But you, the one who truly holds the wisdom, please. Ain't nothing wrong with your money. It's not. Ain't nothing wrong with your money. Please. That feel like a projection. I really like that feels such like a projection from somebody. It's all in alignment, yo. 7, 8, 9. 8, 7, 7, 8. Hold on. Wow, check this out. Angel number 8778. It says it is a tough task to lead people in a religious ministry, but it should not scare your soul. Angel number 8778 will interpret the divine messages for you. Yeah, being a teacher with authority is overwhelming for some. You're good. Learning from it will lead you to overcoming emotional doubt with knowledge. Okay. All right. Happiness, joy, and good luck. It suggests that good things are coming your way and you should be prepared to enjoy the blessings ahead. And numerology is associated with strength, wisdom, and justice. Additionally, this number emphasizes the importance of self respect, indicating that you teach others how to treat you. Overall, it's a positive sign of prosperity and personal growth. Yes, it is. Because that's what we've been talking about, your personal growth. This having to navigate two very different but parallel spiritual missions. It's pretty incredible. Because you must win. Whatever your soul, like you must, like it's Five of Swords energy. That's why you had to be taken on by the hand of the divine herself. Okay, our parents was like, "Come here, baby. We got you." I'm look. You're there. Wheel of Fortune, son. Like I said, it truly is. You are. How do I say this? The anomaly. Man. Yeah. You are very, 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 very important. You are. You really are. Very important to the divine plan, the divine mission. There's a strength card. Like, you know, the universal soldier prototype. You're like that. You are the universal soldier. Look, there's the Two of Pentacles, right? That juggling energy. There's strength, right? Ace of Cups, Empress, Ace of Pentacles. Like, to whom much is given, much is required. Yes. This really makes me feel like it's a balancing, like a linchpin, fulcrum. Did y'all just call them a fulcrum? That is not. No. Huh? No, not that one. Yeah. The point on which a lever rests or is supported and on which it pivots. Do you understand why I say you're important? Holy shit. Okay. Yeah. Can't block my intuition. I rebuke that shit. Okay. Okay. This feels like some of the energy we were picking up earlier. Pretty dope. But didn't I say this is a five of... This is bigger than even I can put into words right now. Whoever I'm talking to, you ain't got to worry about it. You just got to keep doing what you're doing. I'm just humbled and impressed and floored all at the same time to be able to even tap into something like this, because like it's a really big thing. It's a dual mission, and you're doing it. Like you're doing it. And to say like you know God. This is not a one-way relationship. This is a two-way street. Like you know the Holy Family. Yes, you do. Shite. They really genuinely ride for you. They protect you. Your challenges aren't earthly, although you might be on earth. You understand? This is so far above the average soul's pay grade. This shit got my mind blown. You know exactly why you here. You already know what you've been through. I ain't gonna recap all that, but listen, you should already know. And you do. You do know. This Four of Pentacles genuinely gives fulcrum energy. Like, see how he holding that pentacle, like where you turn, what you want to lead, like, ooh, child. Yeah, man. That's star again. You will lead. Is also what I'm getting. That's why that energy about being a minister and a spiritual authority and all of that. Yes, you are going to lead a community, not a cult. Jeez Louise. Like you're illuminating, right? And you're carrying this torch, hermit energy again, right? Three of Cups, Six of Wands, Hermit, Moon, Six of Cups. This is unfinished business. It's part of why it's a double mission, because unfinished business. Like this was the mission, and it's just like you just tack that shit on. He was like, "No, it's cool. Just add it on. It's fine. I got this. I got this." That's why it's giving double life mission. Like, yeah, ain't my business. I'm just reading the cards. It's also another reason why you so heavily protected, because you decided to take on both together. Do you ever know where you are? Like, stop. Let me stop. Because it feels very outer body. This feels like shifting timelines, like back and forth, back and forth. This is a lot. Like, no joke. To rapidly ascend, but also do all this inner work, this healing. This is not for the faint. It's not for the weak. It's not. To deal with these inner generational traumas and wounds. Like, you got some serious ancestral protection. Like, you have heavenly family. Like, you have angels. You have angels that are family. I don't know what else to tell you. That's exactly what I'm seeing. Like, them your peoples. Yes. Yep. And these the ones with wings. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. They the ones with wings. Anyway. Yep. 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 Because you painted with all the colors of the wind. Y'all, I'm trying. Stop that. Stop that. But you do. Oh, that tickled my soul. Huh. But you're gonna lead these people out of darkness. You are. Mm. You got the mystery schools. You're like, come on, come this way. Ain't no fucking mystery. Let me show you. I'm sorry, it's not funny. That's why you get so much hate, because like you make it look like child's play. Yeah, yeah. They want things to be harder. They want people to work for it. You know what I mean? Sure, to a degree, but right. But this is your job. Hierophant. That's yeah, yeah. You're gonna demystify the mystery schools. There are some people doing a great job, but I will say your comprehension is just that. You gotta seek this knowledge. You could hear it and it's not gonna make no sense. But an active seeker, you will get so much inspiration. You will get so many like, aha, oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. You'll know truth. Pray for discernment. Chariot, light worker. I'm talking to somebody very much on a dual mission. Oh yeah. That's why they can't mess with you. They be trying. They really, really do. But your contract ironclad. You one of them people, spiritualists who really are connected to something. They hate to see your ass coming. They don't even want nobody to utter your lip. Oh, Oh God. Oh, what's her name? I love this girl. I gotta remember her name. She do reaction videos. But she bring out her fan, but it's not a regular. It's a broom. Okay, it's a real broom, like African spirit. She break that joint out, like, and she smack. It's confirmation. Can't mess with everything. Can't mess with everybody. And not to be funny, but you've been on this journey for a long time. Like, regardless of your age, I'm gonna say life ain't been easy. They horny, like, yeah. No, life has not been easy, and that's okay. But you've already like experienced this longing, right? Like you were pulled away very early, seriously seeking spirit, always independent, always questioning things, but also a natural manifester here. That's why they like, no, they picked the right one. They did. High Priestess, Five of Swords, because you really cannot be deterred. You cannot be stopped. You a real fighter. Like you, like a real divine warrior. Like it's not a joke. Yeah, folk. Shit, you came back to finish what needs to be finished. Yes, look, strength. Can we just stop when? Thank you. For a little bit. Oh, there's beautiful blessings coming in for those of you where that resonates. I'm not going to give those away right now. I'm just not. Just know everything is balancing out. All areas, okay? You like the floodgates of abundance. It's so funny because I feel like they're about to all the things that you released on this journey, that you were like, it's okay, I don't need it. It's okay, it's okay. You're being restored. Yeah, you are. You found what was important. Whoa. All right, I'm gonna leave this here. I hope this helped you. Be well, okay? Bye.